Okay, guys, this activity is called the best deal on beans. 4 different stores posted ads about special sales on 15 ounces cans of baked beans. Which store is offering the best deal? Explain your reasoning. So, if you guys did not notice this, I've already labeled my ads as A, B, C, D, so you guys won't get confused once I start doing my math work, okay? So, this is going to be store A, this is going to be store B, store C, store D, okay? So, I want to find out which one is the better buy. And what I mean by that is that I'm not comparing the qualities, I'm comparing the prices or the unit rates. Because when you get older and you start working, it's always best to try to save as much money as you can by buying what you need at the bare minimum. Okay? So, especially if it's the same brand. Especially if it's the same brand. All right. So, without further ado, let's get into some math work. All right, so organized notes are the best notes. So, I'm going to start off with store A, which is their baked beans are 8. You can buy 8 cans for $6. So, just like I was saying before, you want to find the unit rate. You want to find out, well, how much does 1 can of beans cost? So, if I had to put this in ratio form, which would be 8 cans to $6, I need to get this side to 1. I want to get this side to 1, okay? We can either use division or multiplication, but how can I get 8 to 1? To 1 can, to where it shows 1 can. What can I divide 8 by? If you guess 8, you are absolutely correct. 8 divided by 8 would be or would equal to 1. So this is 1 can, and I'm dividing 6 divided by 8 now. Okay? So what we could do is we can put it in the little division symbol, the divisor, and how many times can 8 go into 6? Well, 8 cannot go into 6, so I'm going to add a 0 and a decimal, and I'm going to add a 0 in the inside. Well, how many times can 8 go into 60 without going over? If you guess 7 times, you are absolutely correct. And then I'd have to drop my 4 down, and I'm going to keep going. So how many times can 8 go into 40? 8 can go into 45 times, and I don't have any remainders. So 1 can of beans will cost 75 cents. And this is for store A. So the unit rate for store A would be 75 cents. So I'm going to put 75 cents per can. Okay, so in order to have some more space for my other problem or my other beans, I'm going to erase my annotations so I could work on my next store, which is store B. If you need to see how I did that method or what the price was, well, I already have it labeled on top of the picture or the coupon or the ad, and I'm about to start doing the second store, and I'm going to use the same method. So this ratio says 10 cans for $10. I'm going to do the same thing regardless of how easy it is. I'm going to do 10 cans to $10. So you can ask yourself, well, what can I divide 10 by to get to 1 can? If you guess 10, you are absolutely correct. I'm going to divide 10 divided by 10 on both sides. And when I do that, I'm going to get 1 can to $1. So this for store B is going to be $1 per can. Okay? So now let's go to store C. Make sure I erase my annotations, and if you need to rewind this video, feel free to do so. But now for store C is saying that you could buy 2 cans for $3. So I'm going to write that down. So you could buy 2 cans for $3. So I'm going to put it in ratio form, which is going to be 2 cans to $3. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fix it up to where it says 1 can and has $3. And now, oh, not $3. I apologize. That's the question mark. We don't know how much 1 can will cost right now. But now I need to figure out what can I divide 2 by to get to 1. I could divide 2 divided by 2, and whatever you do to one side, I have to do to the other side. And I should get 1 can will cost $1.50. So it's going to be $1.50 per can. And if you guys are wondering how I got that, I divided 2 divided by 3. 2 can go into 3 one time. I did my subtraction. I add my decimal, dropped it down, and that's how I got it. And being that we're talking about money, we don't say, oh, is a dollar, it costs 1.5. No, it costs $1.50 since we're talking about money, because that 5 is in the tens place. So then for store D, it's already at its unit rate because it's already saying that 1 can, not 0 cans, but 1 can cost 80 cents, or you could put 80 cents per can. And that's what I'm going to put to keep the same language as the other store. So 80 cents per can. So now that I found all of the unit rates, which one is the better buy? Or which one has the best deal? Would it be the store that's selling them at 75 cents per can? The store that's selling them $1 per can? The store that's selling them $1.50 per can, or the store that's selling them at 80 cents per can? If you guessed that store A was the best deal, you are absolutely correct. So now I want to explain my answer, and this is explain your reasoning. If it would have said showed your reasoning, we would have been done with this question because we did our math work, but it's asking us to explain our reasoning. So I could say that after finding the unit rates, at each store, or not at each store, of each bean or cans of bean, each, I'm putting parentheses, bean special, at the stores So after finding the unit rates of each bean special at the stores, store A was the better or had the best deal okay? And you could put it had the cheapest or had the lowest price, lowest unit price per can. Okay? So after finding the unit rates of each bean special at the stores, store A had the best deal. It had the lowest unit price per can. Okay? Our unit rate. I'm going to put unit rate instead because unit price would have meant that it was per dollar. So I'm going to put unit rate. All right.